Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Here is your stimulus package update, stimulus check update, and news report for today. I will be discussing the latest stimulus news in today's video, including why the White House is insistent on passing a new relief bill with GOP support. How President Joe Biden executive order aims to speed up payments for 8 million people, and the status of the $600 stimulus checks. Before this video starts, I am giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. To enter the giveaway, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, and comment below.
I met with a group of mayors yesterday, bipartisan group of mayors from across the country. You hear from mayors, you hear from governors, just crying out that in order to take on these crises, the public health and the pandemic and the economic crisis at the same time, now is the moment for that kind of decisive action. That's the case we'll be making. We are facing right now a period of multiple crises. And what we're going to need is to be able to act on multiple fronts. And so that's, we understand, and as Jen has spoken to, we understand that the Senate has a constitutional obligation in this context, but we also have these pressing economic and pandemic priorities as well. So that's why we're engaging. That's why we're focused on making the case, and certainly with the expectation that Congress will heed that call and move forward. What I can tell you is if we don't act now, we will be in a much worse place, and we will find ourselves needing to do much more to dig out of a much deeper hole. What I can tell you is the single most important thing economically right now is to take decisive action along the lines of what we've laid out in this rescue plan. And you hear, again, from economists across the board, whether it's the Federal Reserve, the International Monetary Fund, and economic experts across the political spectrum as well. When you're at a moment that is as precarious as the one we find ourselves in, the risk of doing too little, the risk of undershooting far outweighs the risk of doing too much. And that's the economic logic, the economic case behind this package. I think you've also heard the president clearly explain that his economic approach is one where rescue and recovery need to come together. And he'll be speaking more about his recovery plans in the coming weeks that are about building back better, an urgent priority to start creating the kinds of...
Okay, so why does President Joe Biden want to do a bipartisan deal so much? According to CNBC contributor Ben White, President Biden very much wants to do a bipartisan deal when it comes to his administration's $1.9 trillion stimulus plan to lift America out of its economic crisis. Ben White is also the chief economic correspondent at Politico. He said, he doesn't want to blow up the filibuster in the Senate. He would like to come to an agreement on a large package, maybe not $2 trillion but something close to that. That has unemployment insurance in it, that has $1,400 checks and the rest. That's their main goal. So they're going to try to do that. So Joe Biden has vowed to act fast and fix the United States economy during his second day in office. Biden called his American Rescue Plan a moral obligation to deliver millions of Americans financial relief, and signed 2 executive orders Friday. He is focused on raising the federal minimum wage to $15 an hour and expand federal food stamp benefits. We will not let people go hungry, proclaimed Biden. We cannot let people be evicted because of nothing they did themselves. They cannot watch people lose their jobs. And we have to act. We have to act now. Friday's executive orders build upon Biden's $1.9 trillion stimulus plan. He said his proposal has bipartisan support from the majority of American mayors and governors. However, the Biden administration must get Congress to pass the plan. Senator Lindsey Graham, RSC, said the plan is dead on arrival, but noted there are components of it that I like. The White House says it is doing outreach this Sunday and there's a phone call set with 16 senators to discuss the president's relief plan. If negotiations do occur, the Biden administration has 2 options. 1. Blow up the filibuster, go with 51 votes and slam it through that way, explained White in a Friday evening interview. Biden doesn't want to do that, he's an institutionalist. The other, more difficult, is to try to do the checks and send money to the people, and break it down into smaller pieces. The White House is aware of the Republicans' opposition to larger stimulus checks, but they are urging Democratic allies to be patient for the moment. According to 2 administration officials, One key meeting between National Economic Council Director Brian Dees and a group of 16 bipartisan senators will take place on Sunday. But more are planned, and Biden himself is expected to be an active player in the days and weeks ahead. The president has made clear to his team that we should be reaching out to members of Congress from both parties to make the case for the rescue and engage with them and understand their concerns. They know they aren't going to get everything in their proposal, one Democratic official who has worked on the measure told CNN. That's the point here, it's supposed to be a negotiation. In my opinion, Republicans should completely support another round of stimulus checks. We just passed $900 billion worth of assistance. Why we would have a package that big now? Maybe a couple of months from now, Senator Susan Collins, a moderate Republican from Maine, said. The needs will be evident, and we will need to do something significant. But I'm not seeing it right now. What are your thoughts on the Republican Party? Leave them in the comments. I had a pretty good walkthrough of their proposal. Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, who was up for re-election in 2022, told reporters earlier this week. It was an opportunity for me to ask some questions. But Biden's team has publicly made clear they aren't willing to take any tools off the table. A direct reference to the budget procedure that would allow them to move forward with a simple majority. It's a moment that requires decisive action to beat this pandemic and support the economic recovery that Americans need, Dees said. The caucus would prefer this be done on a bipartisan basis. We haven't made a decision yet to use reconciliation, but we are prepared to move very quickly if it looks like we can't do it any other way, Representative John Yarmuth, a Democrat from Kentucky and the chairman of the House's Budget Committee, said Thursday. Senator Bernie Sanders, the chair of the Senate Budget Committee, told NBC's Seth Meyers that the first goal was to try to reach out to Republicans. But he argued they couldn't wait for them to come along. I think we should reach out to Republicans if they choose not to come on board, which I suspect will probably be the case. We should use that majority in a very aggressive way, Sanders said. It is my view we should make sure that we address the needs of the American people in that reconciliation bill, and if we pass it with 51 votes, we'll pass it with 51 votes. That is the end of the video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please subscribe, like this video, and comment below for more stimulus check updates.